Hi, my name is Dee Williams, and I show professionals just like you how to start, grow, and maintain your very own niche recruitment and staffing agency business. And every Wednesday at 9 p.m. sharp, I meet with professionals just like you, and we come here and we sit and we talk about recruitment and staffing and how to start our business and how to grow our business and how to maintain our business. And this is your time to ask any question you may want to ask for this 15-minute time frame. And then of course you'll see me in all the videos that kind of come out or what have you. But oh my gosh, while we are waiting, so number one, if you are here, please do me a favor and represent your niche, your agency, and the location that you're at, so we at least know where you are. So tell us who you are, where you're located, and what's your niche. Please represent. And I'm going to actually open the screen up here, which I probably should have done before. We just got off of another Q&A call. So Staffingpreneurs Academy is on fire right now. And don't forget to put your questions in the box because I am here to answer your questions for you. But Staffingpreneurs Academy is just live on fire right now. And because we have this 30-day blitz challenge going on, which is super awesome. And everyone is just like amped up and just live on fire, we're just doing our thing. And so I just got off that call. And we actually ended up doing a extra Q&A call because I'm excited, and it's like it's 3 days into the whole contest, and people are on fire. I'm on fire, and it's like and so so I'm like, we need to do a Q&A call. And somebody else, I was thinking it, I didn't say it, but somebody else suggested it. And they were like, oh my gosh. And oh my gosh. And we had a lot of fun. So that Q&A call was like 2 hours. And the one we had last week was like 2 hours. So we've been really meeting and just like having a great time, and talking, recruiting, staffing, and growing our businesses. Sorry, my lips feel like a little ashy here today. Hey, Sid, how are you from Memphis? Checking in. Optometrist is his niche. Yes. My question is, how do the VMS and the ATS work together? Whew, that's a great question. So the VMS is a vendor management system, and they are evolving over time and becoming more unique as you go along. But for the most part, your vendor management system is, how do they work together? They probably have kind of like a plug-in, I would imagine, that there's some way for you to, what am I looking for? To incorporate or export information into the other. Sometimes the VMS is your ATS, depending on who the VMS provider is. I think what I'll do is we'll do kind of a top 5 VMS systems. But your ATS is typically yours, right? That's the bottom line. That ATS is yours. Whereas if the VMS, it belongs to that company. And so it holds those job orders in there, and those are the candidates that you're also submitting in there. And so that's not really yours. So sometimes they will talk, sometimes they won't, and you'll be doing the same thing manually. So be prepared for that. And so I hope that answers your question just a little bit. But your VMS, again, is going to typically carry job orders. It's typically connected to a company who's there to manage vendors, manage staffing vendors. So those staffing vendors are all set up as these are the companies that are allowed to work on these particular positions. And then the recruiting process works through this vendor management system based on, whatever that process is, if that makes sense. Does that make sense, Ed? I hope it does. Okay, whereas your ATS is yours. It belongs, it's your data. It's 100, it's your data. It's yours. Hey, Albert, how are you? It's good to see you. Hey, if you just chiming in, please represent your niche recruitment staffing agency name, the location of where you guys are, and what's your niche. Let us know. Hey, D, Shakina from Philadelphia here. Teach to this education services. Y'all have to know I love that name. Oh my gosh, I really, really, really love that name for real. And every time she chimes in and gives a shout out to her organization, you know, I like, my heart just flutters. It's just like, that's an awesome, that name is like awesomeness. Hey, Pearl, it's good to see you here as well. Thank you so much for being here. So we have a couple of minutes in here. If you have questions said, kick this live super chat off with an excellent question said. Let me know if that answered your question at all. And anybody else have a question, please feel free. Pearl from Miami at Household Staffing. I like it. How you doing, Pearl? It's nice to meet you. Thanks for being here so much. I appreciate you. Okay. You know, I've been thinking about this. I said, I was wondering if you can also do how to start your own optometrist staffing and recruiting video like the ones I did for the RN, the IT project management. I definitely will do one. It's just about market research, and that's all I do. And those videos is just to give you guys an idea of the market, how far you can go, how deep you can go into the market. You know, how niche do you want to be? You know, I think the more niche, depending on what area, what space, but the more niche, the better, because there's an opportunity that you're tapping into, an opportunity that other people are not tapping into. And I don't think a lot of people really understand that concept. So if I got into, so I don't want to use this guy's niche. I don't want to use, I have a niche in my mind, but it's from one of my clients and I don't want to just use his niche, but it's something, you know, like pharmaceutical sales reps, right? Let's just say, you know, I only place pharmaceutical sales reps, or I for maybe a certain type of medicine, right? Or pharmaceutical sales reps for STDs, or pharmaceutical sales reps for cancer meds, you know? So even being so think about how many, and it really is the idea, how many companies are out there like that who would need someone, you know, who would need this person? Is it just pharmaceutical companies? Is it also, you know, distributor? I mean, I don't know. Like, you've got to kind of think it out. You want to be very strategic about it and think it out, like who would necessarily need this skill set. Are there enough positions out there? It's like, how many candidates are out there that hold this position or positions similar to it? How many clients? And you kind of weigh them out. And if it makes sense, especially if you're one person starting out and you're going to like organically grow your business, if it makes sense, you know, if it's 5,000 of these positions out there, you know, shoot, I mean, the odds of you filling 5,000 in 1 year by yourself are not even, you know, I mean, at this point. So, you know, the reality is, if you only got a percentage of that, or 2% of that, or 10% of that, you would still be in a great place, if that makes sense. And so that's kind of the mindset that you want to have. And that's what I show in those videos. And I would be more than happy to do so. But that kind of gives you an idea how you want to look at, like, you know, your niche, you know, how you want to grow your niche out. It doesn't necessarily have to be, I've got to cover everything. That's the beauty of the niche. Imagine you talk to 75 to 175 companies, and you can say without a shadow of a doubt that for this particular type of position, I can fill it for you now. Literally right now. You don't have to, you can close everything. I have the match because I have this pipeline of people. It's more leverage. D, I was thinking about having my subs start in my school building. I'm currently an educator. Do you think that would be appropriate? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. When you say having them start in your school building, meaning you're contracting the company that you're working with right now, you are going into a business relationship with them, or are you saying, like, can you clarify that a little bit more? I want to get a better understanding. Thank you. And also, I was wondering, can chief medical officers be placed on a temporary contract site? Yes, they can. It's not as, I'm going to say it's not as common. Yes, they can. And they do it all the time. Sometimes it's under, like they'll say they're a contractor. Sometimes they'll say they're interim, like an interim chief medical officer. You hear that more on the C-level side. They use the term interim versus a contractor staffing. Interim being spelled INTERIM. I only said that because I have a kind of an accent, and I don't know if it comes out right. But you can definitely do that, and I would definitely suggest offering that. I think from the chief medical officer side, and I won't even say that it'll be more challenging, but you're going to be looking for a specific type of person, somebody who's like ready to move around, that doesn't want to be in one position. They're more of a, you want to look for a chief that they're more of a fixer, right? Because typically if you're coming in on an interim basis, it's there to fix something, or it's to fill in, could be to fill in, for vacation or whatever the case may be. Oh yeah, I think if you can get a contract with the current facility that you're in, do it. Do it, Shanika. Do it. Definitely. I don't think that would be inappropriate at all. All right. So do me a favor, guys. If you found this video to be helpful, if you find this session to be valuable and beneficial for you now in the future, for other people, do me a favor. Thumbs up my video, please. Also subscribe to my channel if you have not, and leave a comment. Like, I'm always open to answering folks' comments. I actually get excited about seeing the comments in the comment bar below, positive or negative. I definitely want to hear from you. A guy told me a couple of weeks ago I was kind of corny. I thought that was funny. I am when it comes to business. When it comes to other things, maybe not so much. But with business, it lights a different type of fire in me. That's all I can say. So I guess I do kind of get a little corny. But I definitely enjoy being here. I enjoy interacting with you guys. And I definitely look forward to seeing you on next Wednesday after my real Q&A call. And don't forget, if you are thinking about starting, growing, and maintaining your very own niche recruitment and staffing agency business, I do welcome you to join staffingpreneursacademy.com, or you can at least check it out, see what we're about. It's pretty amazing. If you're interested in checking out our private inner circle, you can go to staffinginnercircle.com and get access to the full-blown community, because we are bananas in there growing our businesses and so much more. So thanks so much for watching and being here, and I will see you guys next week. Bye. Okay, I don't know where I'm at. Okay, good.